September 14, 2014, from LP Field in Nashville, Tennessee, was the Dallas Cowboys at the Tennessee Titans. In this game, it was scoreless until deep into the first quarter with just 13 seconds left when Dan Bailey hit a 48-yard field goal to put the Cowboys up 3-0 as they scored the first points in this game. Then in the second quarter, DeMarco Murray scored on a 3-yard touchdown run to make it 10-0 Dallas. And then with just a minute left before halftime, Dan Bailey kicked his second field goal of the first half, this time a 44-yarder, to make it 13-0. But wait a minute, the Cowboys aren't done just yet, as with just 4 seconds left before halftime, Dan Bailey kicks his third field goal of the first half, this one for 51 yards. The Cowboys then went into the locker rooms up 16-0 as they scored 16 unanswered points on the Titans in Tennessee. The Titans came out in the third quarter and drove down the field, but they would have to settle for a 47-yard field goal as Ryan Succop put it through the uprights to make it 16-3. Then, about 3 minutes later, Delanie Walker scored on a touchdown pass from Jake Locker. It was a bomb, 61 yards, and now it was 16-10 as the Titans were within 6 points. But then, 5 minutes later in the quarter, Dez Bryant scored on a 3-yard touchdown pass from Tony Romo that would put the Cowboys up 23-10 as they extended their lead to 13. The Cowboys that would be it for the third quarter. Then in the fourth, the Cowboys extended their lead even further. It's Dan Bailey hit his fourth field goal of the game and his first field goal of the second half, a 48-yarder that made it 26-10. Tennessee then would drive down. They had about 8 minutes left in the game. They drove all the way down to the Dallas Cowboys 6-yard line, but it was fourth down at the Dallas 6-yard line, and Jake Locker dropped back to pass, but the ball would fall incomplete, and so with the hopes of the Titans' comeback, as they turned the ball back over to the Cowboys, there was still over 6 minutes left, but the Cowboys ate up all but 23 seconds of the clock, even though they would punt, and the Titans would lose this game at home 26-10 as the Dallas Cowboys are victorious. And in this game, Jake Locker was 18 for 34 with 234 passing yards, 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. Tony Romo was 19 for 29 of 120 for 176 yards passing with 1 touchdown. DeMarco Murray was the game star with 167 yards on the ground off of 29 carries, averaging 5.8 yards and scoring a touchdown. Dez Bryant got in the end zone as well as he scored a touchdown and also reached the century mark for the Cowboys as he had 103 yards off of 10 receptions. The game's leading receiver was Delanie Walker for the Titans, who had 142 yards off of 10 receptions, and he got into the end zone as well. The real story was the turnovers, as the Tennessee Titans struggled to hold on to the ball, and the Dallas Cowboys, they caused turnovers. Church and McClain each had an interception. The Cowboys bounced back after that Week 1 loss to San Francisco as they win here in Week 2, 26-10 in Tennessee.